at 25 or 26 years old, having led TP USA for 7 or 8 years, had sent these messages to a 15 or 16-year-old, would he have survived? Einstein emails. When you're talking about pizza, you're not always talking about pizza. But I think that's her in the middle.
Erika Kirk is looking sketchier than ever with the latest release of the Epstein files. Let's get into it.
Let me tell you something. When people say leaked messages, most of the time it's just messy flirting or somebody getting caught lying. But Erika Kirk's messages, these don't feel accidental. They feel like the kind of receipts that make your stomach drop, because once you actually read them, you realize there is no version of this that looks normal. Because we're talking about grown, mid-20s Erika Kirk allegedly texting a 15-year-old girl in ways that cross into flirty, suggestive, late-night sweetheart territory. And once people started lining up the dates, the deleted tweets, the gifs, and the tone of the conversations, the question stopped being, is this weird? And turned into, why did this go on at all? And before anyone tries to jump in with the usual, well, maybe she didn't mean it like that defense, let's back up and walk through how this started. Back in late 2013, Erika wasn't some random unknown account. She was already presenting herself online as a polished, Christian, conservative woman tied to activism spaces, nonprofit work, and a very known basketball player.
And then we learned, while she's gathering this random experience, apparently she lived in a state I didn't know about. She lived in Michigan at some point. I was unaware. She was dating a professional basketball player. I think he played for the Detroit Pistons. Later, she dated a professional baseball player.
So Erika is 25, booed up with Joshua Harrelson, and she literally moves to Michigan to be with him. Now here's where it gets spicy. On September 15th, 2013, Erika and Josh cross paths with a 15-year-old girl named Jillian Falcon, and we only know because Jillian herself tweeted it in real time. At 3:53 p.m., Jillian tweets she's out getting sushi with a friend. 2 hours later, she posts, just met Miss Arizona, followed by Josh Harrelson. Jillian clearly looks up to her, so she starts tweeting things like how pretty Erika is, how perfect she is, calling her her woman crush, even saying she's in love with her, and gushing in a very teenage parasocial way. Now here's the key difference between a harmless fan crush and something that turns into a problem. A normal adult ignores that, and a responsible adult shuts it down. But instead of disengaging, Erika allegedly responds. Over the next several weeks, Jillian keeps tweeting about conversations happening off Twitter. Erika's account eventually goes private, but Jillian's side stays public, which ends up painting a pretty clear picture of an ongoing connection. Jillian starts tweeting things like, still waiting for that lunch date, and we miss you, and thank you, Erika, for making my whole week. Another said, one day I'm going to wake up, roll over, and kiss the love of my life good morning, all directed at Erika. And again, on its own, you could say, okay, she's a teenager with a crush. That part isn't shocking. What's shocking is that Erika didn't cut it off. Instead, the interactions keep going, which brings us to the messages that changed how people see this entire situation. Screenshots Jillian later shared show alleged texts from Erika that immediately raise red flags. One of the most talked about messages shows Erika saying, let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart, give me a sec. Jillian replies, okay, with laughing emojis. Erika then explains she meant to say, give me a second, and follows with, too, but not from you, LOL, and then adds, I don't bat for the other team just yet. Let's pause right there, because this is the moment where all benefit of the doubt arguments fall apart.
That is a flirty gesture. That is the equivalent of a woman biting her lip and staring into your eyes. ... That's what the ... means, in my opinion. Yes, I know you are so perfect.
Even if someone wants to argue that give me a sex was a typo, the follow-up is what matters. Adults do not flirt their way out of a typo with a 15-year-old. A normal response would be, that was a typo, sorry. And then the conversation would end immediately. And to make it worse, this conversation is happening at night. Plus, she's teasing that she would change her type, even if she doesn't normally go for girls.
A few moments later, Erika and Stacey Sheridan are lovers. You think they're lovers? Katie? She said yet. She said she wasn't batting for the other team yet. Maybe she's moved on. I don't know.
And unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. Another screenshot shows Erika allegedly telling Jillian to hydrate tonight, no alcohol. And don't eat salty foods so you don't look bloated. Jillian thanks her. Erika then repeats no alcohol and follows up with something along the lines of apparently I haven't had my coffee yet, almost playing it off as a silly mistake. But here's the thing, you don't casually mention alcohol to a minor. Plus, there's this screenshot where Erika is complimenting her, writing, "You have the most stunning features," and then, "Your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful. This is one of the biggest red flags there is." And then there's the Valentine's message. Jillian posts that Erika sent her an image that says, "This Valentine's Day, I'm going to touch your butt." Yeah, there's no way she's getting out of this one. Somehow this next one was even worse. "I want to be inside your lady garden." At this point, people stop debating semantics and start looking at patterns, because patterns tell the truth. And then the gifts. Jillian later posts a photo of chocolate-covered strawberries she says she received in the mail from Erika, a personal Valentine-coded gift sent privately to a minor. On top of that, there's a birthday message allegedly from Erika to Jillian saying, "Happy sweet 16, beautiful girl. Keep strong in faith and know that you're loved. Enjoy the trip, ooh. Love you, E." This stops reading as innocent encouragement and starts reading as emotional grooming.
Now, maybe girls call each other boo. I was always under the impression that you called people boo when you were in love with them, or if they were a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a spouse. But maybe I'm naive and that's just how grown women talk to 16-year-olds. But it gets worse.
Jillian responds, "So perfect" at Erika Fronsby. Erika then responds, ... "Yes, I know you are."
The ... is key. You guys all know what the ... means.
The conspiracies around Erika have been crazy, but even the people against her didn't expect this. Fans are now saying, "I did not have today picked as the day Erika Kirk would be outed as having underage girls, but here we are." And realizing the reason why she wanted Candace and all the other people to stop doing their investigation into Charlie and her's personal life might have been double-sided. Knew she was connected to that orphanage, but here she's just outright a And if those tweets were not enough, this screenshot from Instagram is. And here's the part people can't ignore. Erika was around 25 years old at the time, a full adult, which is why so many people are now saying this doesn't feel like a misunderstanding. And that's why people keep bringing up uncomfortable comparisons to Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine didn't brand herself as a trafficker. She branded herself as a socialite and a connector. Behind the scenes, she was recruiting. And that's what has people uneasy about Erika. With Jeffrey Epstein, everyone ignored the warning signs until it was too late. With Ghislaine, people wrote her off as just a social climber for years. And now people are asking the same scary question. Are we watching another version of that story start in real time? Whether Erika addresses it head on or keeps dodging it, one thing is clear. The internet isn't unseeing what it's already seen.